HAK has done so much for not only Kenya, but East Africa instead, in terms of hyperhidrosis. Because you see, none of these medications were available. And you see, when you came and told me that I have these particular ones at different percentages, it makes also my work easier, because now I know where I can easily stock products from, right? So as soon as I say, like for example, our pharmacy doesn't have this, I will send to Martin, for example, because I know he has that product. We know what concentration we need, and if necessarily, if that particular thing is not needed, he knows also where to order it from. So you see, you have that continuity. That's very important in terms of medication, because there's no point of getting a very good medication, use it for a month, and then you don't find it anywhere else. Because otherwise, what would be the problem? And that's why you see, when it comes to psoriasis, eczema, hyperhidrosis, or even other rare diseases, I'll always tell, find what's available, readily affordable, and what you can comfortably use. It's not something that, try to look for the best in the market, because the best might be very expensive. For example, Botox, and you might not afford it. But there'll be something so much better at a much more fraction of the cost. So always it's something that is cost related. So when you come to HAK, you're already looking at affordability, availability, and most important, quality of products. You know that this quality is original, and one thing very importantly is that it is available. Second thing with HAK is I really like the awareness programs. For example, the bike rides, the joggings. Whenever you're looking at those things, people come together and share the stories. Our hyperhidrosis is unfortunately a very personal matter. People don't tend to share excessive sweating stories. And when you see that other people are having the same problem, then you're more likely to share. Now, the thing with hyperhidrosis, a lot of times emotional triggers are a very common practice. So imagine getting rid of that weight you had for carrying for so long, and you've had this problem for such a long time, and then you meet someone and you talk to them and you understand that they've been going through what you have at a much worse stage. So imagine the empathy, the sharing, what you'd all be doing at the same time. It does reduce the load. So it's something that is really commendable. It's really helping patients. And the good thing is that the better the awareness, the better patients would know where to get treatment from. So number two, that would be very commendable. Number three, with clinicians joining it, that's very important. The more clinicians we have on board, the more we can tell people that this is something. For example, I'm in Nairobi. I cannot treat entire Kenya patients. People come from Turkana, people come from very far away. If I had clinicians who are readily with that amount of treatment, I would say availability, things like knowledge, it would be much better. For example, let's even if it's like not even available, let's say if someone was in Turkana and they already contacted you saying that, is it something that you can already send to them? It makes a big change. Yes, true.